Alright, what is going on, guys? Baller TV back, and today we are back to another Madden 20 rebuild. Today we're taking on the Washington Redskins. They are the 15th team in last year's draft. I know that they finished a lot worse in this year's draft, but I'm still trying to catch up from last year. So, looking at the Redskins, they took Haskins with their 15th overall pick. And Dwayne Haskins was a guy who came out of college I liked a lot. Played at Ohio State. I'm an Illini fan, so I watched a lot of Big Ten sports, and he was a beast, man. He was really good up to 50 touchdowns his junior year before he left, or it might have been a redshirt sophomore year. I'm not totally sure. I actually saw him play in person one time. He's the real deal. He's good, but he didn't do great in his rookie season. They didn't give him the reins, and when they did, he didn't perform extremely well, but he didn't do terrible either. And for now, I'm gonna let him start for year one at least, and maybe year two, depending on how year one goes. We're gonna take it year by year and let Haskins be the guy. I like Geis at running back, but I don't think he'll be the feature back for the entire video. Terry McLaurin, another Ohio State guy, I love him. I think he is going to be a stud in the NFL. Had a great rookie season. He's a beast for sure. Trent Williams, I am not sure what I'm going to do with. He's on a very big contract. The line's not bad, though. Brandon Scherf, or how you say his name, I always call him Sheriff, but he's pretty solid, too. So we have some solid offensive linemen for sure. Then the other guys aren't bad either. They definitely will do. Jordan Reed's good, but he's getting older. I might have to trade him. Same with Vernon Davis. So we probably need to find a new tight end. And we definitely need another wide receiver as well by McLaurin. On the defensive side of the ball, I love our defensive line. Jonathan Allen's a beast. I've been trying to figure out how you say this guy's name. I'm not totally sure. I think it's Ioannidis. I'm not totally sure. But he is exactly what we want at left end. And then defensive tackle Payne's going to be good too. Linebackers, Reuben Foster. I like Foster. I mean, I don't necessarily like Foster. He's made some very questionable decisions in his life. But I do think he's a good linebacker. He was really good in college. And I think he's still some talent. But he's developing like an 11,000 clip right now. So I really need him to pick that up if he's going to be the number one middle linebacker. Ryan Kerrigan's good, but he is getting older. I think he's 31, 32. Okay, and he's developing on 35,000 clips, so not sure what we're going to do with him. Montez Sweat, I'm going to make him a star because he should probably not be a normal potential player. I mean, I feel like he had a pretty solid rookie campaign. I'm not totally sure. I haven't seen his stats, but I feel like they weren't terrible. He definitely have star potential. And then other than that, though, the secondary needs improved, like completely redone, and then Landon Collins at strong safety will probably stay there. So that is my rundown of this team. I do think there are some good pieces on this team, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So that being said, I'm gonna hop into the off season, and hopefully we can start to fill some of these needs. I was just trying to clear up Josh Norman's cap, and then some. I know this is cheese, but now we have the first overall pick in the draft, so. I just basically flipped Josh Norman for the first pick. Now we have picks 1 and 2, and I don't plan on taking a quarterback with either of them. So we have some executive decisions to make. I'm not sure who we're going to go with at the top 2 picks of the draft, but we have a lot of possibilities. Okay, I just traded 2 veterans out of their prime on 2 big contracts who are regressing for the first pick and now the 4th pick. So now we have picks 1, 2, and 4 off the top of this draft. This team could be really loaded with some top-tier talent going into next season. Okay, this is some cheese. I don't even have anything to say. Now we have another first-round pick, and Alex Smith's monstrous contract is off of the books. All right, and then here is my last trade before the draft, trading away Jordan Reed, another aging veteran out of his prime, on a big contract for one last first-round pick. Before I make any other clips or offseason or anything. I'm going to try to use a different draft class. So I'm going to use the good draft class for year number 1 and then go auto-generated from there on out. So I know that means we don't see guys like Trevor Lawrence and some of those, Justin Fields, Parsons from Penn State, those guys. We won't see them anymore, but I do want to improve this first year's draft class. I think that's the most important one that's most relevant to people. And I think that using the draft classes that people made for year 2 and 3, we were getting the same players who just didn't do good in the league for some reason. So instead of doing that over and over, I'm just going to go ahead and change it up a little bit, keep it fresh, keep these videos fresh and new, not getting so stale. So just want to throw that in real quick. When you see guys like Joe Burrow at the top of this draft, that is why. Alright, so here's who I'm going after. I usually try to stay away from Amari Cooper. I got him a lot early, but he didn't produce a lot. But they gave him an X Factor now. And that is a lot better than the superstar Amari Cooper. So I'm going to go ahead and give him another shot here. If it doesn't work out, I might try to draft like Jerry Jeudy and trade him. Anthony Harris, just these rest of the guys really are honestly just kind of long-term fillers. People are going to see in this team for a few years and then fill the holes on this roster for the first season. You have to remember we have like 5 first-round picks. So I'm just trying to kind of budget spin and fill the holes up so I can get some stars with all these first-round picks that we have in the draft. Okay, guys, I was sitting here thinking a lot about what I wanted to do with this first pick since we have it, and I'm not going to overthink it. Burrow is the clear-cut first overall pick in this draft. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm taking Joe Burrow here with the first pick. Will that be a mistake? Probably not. If the Redskins had the first pick, would they take Burrow? Probably. I like Haskins a lot, but I'm just not going to pass up on Joe Burrow. Then with the second pick, I'm taking Chase Young, and I'm moving him to Montez Sweat's spot, which I know is kind of, like, why would you do that? But the Redskins are almost guaranteed to take Chase Young with the second pick, and he's going to be a pass rusher for them for years to come. Then with the third pick, I traded up for. I traded up from 4 to 3. I'm taking Jeff Okudah. He's a hoss, and I need a corner desperately. I really am a big fan of Jeff Okudah. I know he's a little bit, he's not going to be a top 3 pick, but I really wanted Okudah on this team. And the Lions might take Okudah in real life, so I figured I would make it realistic again there. So 1, 2, and 3, I think this might be how the draft goes in real life, and it's going to benefit us a lot down the stretch. Okay, with the 17th pick, I'm taking Xavier McKinney out of Alabama. He's a 75 overall, but he's a scheme fit. I have a free safety I just picked up in the free agency period, but wasn't a huge fan of him, kind of just a stopgap player, so I'll probably go ahead and move him and let McKinney start for us next season. Okay, I'm not sure how good Jefferson will be in this draft. I know in real life I think he's going to be a solid receiver. He's going to be probably, he's about the perfect pick right there as far as value goes. He might be my number 3 receiver. I might like to trade Paul Richardson. I'm not sure yet, but he's definitely going to play a lot next season. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to show you guys that I moved my starting free safety and 2 5th-round picks for the Cowboys' first-round pick because I have McKinney to start at free safety now. And that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup and see who we've got. We've got Burrow at quarterback, Geis at running back. I know you can't see yet, but I kind of have it memorized. I like Cooper and McLaurin at the 1 and 2. That's nice with Paul Richardson in the slot. And then we have Justin Jefferson also getting some minutes. Ricky Seals-Jones is complimented by, I'm not even sure how to say this guy's name. He came from high school about an hour away from my hometown. And I still don't know how to pronounce it, but he'll be the backup tight end for us. And then the offensive line, but the same as it was last year. Then defensively, we have Chase Young rushing the passer now instead of just Montez Sweat. We have Daniel Trevathan in there. And then we also have McKinney and Okudah as well. So the team's definitely improved. I'm not saying we're great or anything, but I'm saying we should be decent. We should win at least 5 or 6 games, get a top pick in next year's draft, and be really good for year 2 and year 3. So that's what I'm hoping for. If it doesn't happen, I'm going to be upset, but not too confused because I kind of get it. We have a lot of young talent. So I'm hopping to season 1, guys. Hopefully we can do good, and I will see you at the end of it. Alright, so in year 1, we could not take advantage of a poor NFC East, which has kind of been the norm as of late for just a while. This division has not been good. 5 and 11, I said we win about 5 or 6. We won 5, so not disappointed, but definitely not satisfied, I guess. Burrow, this really did not get done this year, but I'll explain why I think that is. I think it's because our running game was just horrible, and we had to, I'm not saying we threw the ball a ton, but we had to rely on our passing game, and it kind of made us too predictable. So I think when we get a new running back next year in the system, we could definitely be a lot better in the air as well. As you can see, the receivers numbers took a big hit in part to the running game being poor as well. Defensively, I'm not sure how we did. Okay, so Golden had a good year. That's good to see. Chase Young, 7.5 is solid for a rookie season. Jonathan Allen, 6.5. Okay, 4.5. So our big guys got it done, which is definitely positive. Interception numbers. Okay, Quentin Dunbar had 4. That's good to see. I'm probably not going to bring him back. Landon Collins had 3. And then Okudah had 0. That's not what I wanted to see, but it is what it is. So Okudah had a lot of tackles, though, at the number 1 corner spot, so that's definitely good. This team, I mean, I feel like we have Everything I thought was going to happen this year kind of happened. We won 5 games. I was expecting 5 or 6. The young guys progressed pretty well. Burrow went up, what, 3 or 4 overall points. He's an X factor. Justin Jefferson went up 3, I think, so it's good to see. Our tight end went up a couple. The offensive line about the same, running back about the same. Then defensively, Chase Young went up 4. Okuda went up 4 as well. So, not bad, nothing crazy, but definitely improvement. So, that being said, and McKinney went up 3 as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. Looking at this team, I'd like to get another middle linebacker, preferably a beast, like an 85 plus. I want to get another corner for sure, either a number 1 corner or a good number 2 to play with Okuda. Defensive line I'm fine with, and then offensively I would like to get a new running back for sure, and then maybe look to patch up the offensive line or maybe snag a tight end or receiver. So we will see what happens. I'm not sure, but I think this team is close to being a playoff contender, and then being a Super Bowl contender hopefully by year 3. So I'm gonna hop into the off season now, and I'll see you guys with who we are signing. Okay, sorry Bengals once again for ripping you off and stealing your top 3 draft pick, but I needed to clear up some cap space, and Moses was not worth his deal. And I also have a couple of right tackles in this draft I have my eye on, so I figured this would be a good time to move him where I could clear up some cap and then get a couple more top free agents. So, and then Haskins, I had to trade him eventually. He just was too much of an asset. So he went here, and yeah, we get the 3rd pick in return, so life's good. Alright guys, I've had to do a lot of moving around, but these are the 2 free agents I'm going after in this class. Tre'Davious White and Kareem Hunt. Hunt will be a perfect fit in our power run scheme. Guys isn't bad, but guys will be a lot better as a backup. And then Tre'Davious White alongside Jeff Okuda. We're going to have one of the best corner duos in the entire NFL. With White being 26 and Okuda being 21, this team could be very dangerous for a long time. Other than that, I tried to fill the other needs, like middle linebacker. There's nothing better than what I already have. And then my other needs were really wide receiver, but there was not a ton of good receivers here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, nobody really worth going after. And then the other thing would have been offensive line. And while we're losing Trent Williams, I have for his replacement already lined up in the draft. And then if I can get the right tackle I want as well, our offensive line will be not tremendously improved, but looking a lot better for the next 2 years than it would be if I paid $28 million to this guy who might retire after this season. So yeah, that is it. That's all I've got for you guys. Hopefully we can land these 2, and then it'll be to the draft. Okay, so I was trying to get Kareem Hunt, and the Bills made an offer for him. So I'm trying to kind of fill up their cap space right here, traded them Paul Richardson, clearing up some more cap space for me to increase his offer. And also I got a first round pick in return. So win-win-win here. We've got to get Hunt to really complete this team. I know taking another receiver here might not make sense, but I'm pretty sure this guy is the top player in this draft. I'm not positive, but he's definitely top 3. He is number 9. Okay, so not top 3, but still, I have a feeling this guy is going to be an absolute hoss. These auto-generated players usually are way better than the guys who get custom made, so I'm hoping this is going to end up being a good pick. Okay, for my next pick, I desperately need to bolster my cornerbacks. I only have 2 good ones right now. I think this corner is going to be a beast for us. Only a normal development, which really hurts, but he's very good and true talent, so hopefully he can be a solid rotational piece for us. Alright, real quick, this is my draft board of all of the guys I would like to snag, possibly, if I can. But first of all, this is my guy. I've got to get him. I'm probably going to be reaching a little bit here. 70 overall. I said he's a late first round talent. Oh, yeah, that's bad. This is our starting left tackle next year. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I guess I'm just going to go with this guy at this pick. For all we know, he could be a 20 overall. Okay, at least he's decent. I guess I forgot how bad the auto-generated drafts get once they fall off. And we're looking at some really bad players here. Okay, I think this guy might actually be the best player in the draft. Look at the combine, it's insane. Early first round talent. Let's see what we are getting here. Oh my god. A normal potential? Why? Why is everyone... Okay. Oh god. Alright, so here is the lineup going into year number 2. Wow. I really thought that the guys I had lined up for us in the draft were gonna work out, but I forgot how bad the auto drafts were, so now we are looking not very good at all, especially on the offensive line. The skill positions are better, I would say. Tight ends not bad with Jared Cook now. And then we added Branch here, who's going to probably develop it pretty solid. But that's about all we've got positively on the offense side of the ball. On defense of the side of the ball, we got Sweat and Young rushing the passer from the linebacker positions, and then obviously we added Tre'Davious White. But other than that, I don't think this team got a whole lot better. So I think we might be in a bad spot here. I need to definitely make some big moves, figure something out, or else we're not going to get any better. So that being said, guys, I'm going to hop into year two. Hopefully we can start winning some ball games. If not, I've got to figure something out. Okay, so to end year two, we finished 11-5, which, believe it or not, is actually good enough for the top seed in the NFL, which is very weird to say because, for one, that's not usually a very high of a seed if you're 11-5. But for two, there was a point in time where I was pretty sure we were going to miss the playoffs. So it is very crazy to see how far we came back. But looking at our stats, Joe Burrow, he had a good year in terms of interceptions and touchdowns, which seems to be the case. He's very accurate, but not throw a ton of yards. But the yards are made up on the ground, like usual, with our running backs, as the two totaled almost 2,000 yards. Our number one and two running backs did. Guys had 7 tutties, and Kareem Hunt had 10 himself, averaging almost 5 yards per carry. Our running game was very stout for sure. Receiving the ball, Andrew Branch, our rookie, for some reason got a bulk of the yards, but Cooper with 14 touchdowns had an exceptional year himself. Terry McLaurin, not the best year. Jared Cook, so a lot of our younger tight ends targets, and then I don't even know. Justin Jefferson did hardly nothing, so I guess that was not a good pick. Defensively, I do know Chase Young. I don't know, but I believe Chase Young had a good year. He had 3 sacks in our last game. Okay, 8.5 sacks is not great, but he had a few good games, I guess. Jonathan Allen had a good year. Montez Sweat added some nice numbers, and then really the sack numbers were very spread out from there. Interception-wise, I'm not sure what to expect here. We had a lot of guys get 1, but nobody really balled out there. Tackles for loss, 10 and 10 here, and then total tackles, our leader was Danny Trevathan. So not a great year, really. Really not a fantastic year at all, but for some reason this team was good enough to win 11 games. And we were taking on, like last video, the Seattle Seahawks in the divisional round. Except last video was in the wild card round and we got upset. So, or maybe it was a division round. I can't remember. All I know is that we got upset. So they have Russell Wilson, obviously, Bobby Wagner, obviously, Jadeveon still, Lockett, obviously, Chris Carson still. They added Mike Hilton, looks like. They added Dante Fowler Jr. They have DK still. This is a very, very solid team. They have a lot of secondary players, it appears. They're very good in some areas and very poor in others. I don't know what to expect here. I really don't. After this crazy year, it's only year 2. I'm not too worried. I'm just going to sim the game. And we win by 8. All right. So now we are in the conference championship for the first time in a very long time. One thing real quick, I apologize for how slow my game is loading. My internet is moving at a molasses rate right now. So let's see who the Packers have. They still have Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure. I'm sure they still have Devontae Adams. Trying to think of who else that Packers team has. Bakari or whatever his name is, the left tackle. Yeah, there he is. Devontae Adams, Jair Alexander, Kenny Clark, Zadarius Smith, Aaron Jones, Amos, Bulaga. Apparently this guy's really good. Preston Smith, he's pretty solid. Yeah, there's Aaron Rodgers, 80 overall, but still getting it done. Darnell, Josh Jackson. Okay, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a dogfight. I'm not sure what to expect, but can we go to the Super Bowl in year 2? Can we make it happen? Can we make it happen? And we lose by a field goal. Damn. That sucks. All right, well, conference championship in year 2 is not bad. So, hey, let's hope for Super Bowl in year 3. I'm not sure if I'll have a lot of cap flexibility to improve this team a lot, but I'm hoping I will. And let's hope for that. Let's hope to be good in year 3. All right, guys, here's a look at the team for the 3rd and final season. As you can see, I got Schwartz in free agency. That was the only thing I could afford, though, so I got him and nobody else. But that was fine because right tackle is by far and away my biggest weakness last year. And I also drafted this guy in like the 2nd round. I wanted to save some time and not show you every single pick and signing because I hope we make a Super Bowl run. And if we do that, it's going to take a lot of time on this video. So I drafted this guy as well. Sorry about my connection here. It is lagging pretty bad. Other than that, though, the offense looks about the same. I don't think I made any other switches whatsoever. Got a new fullback. Then defensively, we are exactly the same, except LeBlanc is now a starter, and we signed a couple backup corners. But other than that, that's it, guys. This is the same team. If we were good enough to go to the conference championship last year with all the young guys progressing this year and a couple additions, I think we should be good enough to go to the Super Bowl this year. Let's hope so. I hope that this can happen. If not, I'm going to be a little upset. But I'm starting simulating now, guys. I will probably not see you at the deadline because I don't think I'm making any moves. So I'll probably see you at the end of year number 3. Okay, for the second straight season, we finished 11-5. But this time, instead of getting the top overall seed in the NFL, we are playing on wild card weekend. We won our division, but the Buccaneers got a wild card spot, and we're facing off against them. So, if my controller dies during this, I apologize. I will charge it as quick as possible. I just saw it pop up that it's low. So, let's take a look at some stats here real quick. Burrow had, in my opinion, probably a better year. He's more accurate. I got 3 more yards, threw a few more picks, and threw a few less touchdowns. But I prefer this year over last year. Kareem Hunt absolutely balled out this year. Almost 1,600 yards and 10 touchdowns with 0 fumbles. I'm going to knock out real quick because that is just incredible. Darius Geis was 638 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's great for your backup as well. Receiving, Cooper had a worse year than last year. We didn't have any huge numbers from our receivers. I guess we're just more of a running team. I don't know. It's been that way the entire video. Defensively, I'm not totally sure how we did here. It seems like Chase Young really regressed. That's not what I wanted to see, but hey, it happened. It is what it is. Hopefully, the rest of the defense stepped up in his absence. It looks like they did okay, but really not great numbers there. Okay, interception-wise, looks like our numbers are about the same, maybe a little better. Really, I don't think we had that good of a year. It doesn't appear that our year was that good, but regardless, we finished 11-5 and made the playoffs. So we might get upset early here. We might get upset early, considering that we did not play very well, in my opinion. So taking a look here, we were facing off the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In real life, they'd had Tom Brady possibly, but in here they probably still have famous Jameis. Yes, they do. So with him, they have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, a very good receiving duo. Ali Marpet's a beast. Devin White's a beast. Carlton Davis is solid. Austin Eckler is solid. O.J. Howard. This team is good, but I just don't see them beating us. I'm just going to be honest with you. I really be upset if we lose to this team. I just don't think they're that good. So please, Madden. Okay. We won by 1 touchdown, but we won regardless. And now we're facing off against the Chicago Bears. Hopefully they're still Mitch Trubisky led, but you know, honestly, this team seems to get me like almost every other year when I'm doing these rebuilds. So let's see who they've got. Khalil Mack, obviously. Allen Robinson's a beast. Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller. Loaded defense. I'm out of their top 5, 4 of the players on defense, and then even past that, more of them are on defense. They have a new guy, John Bartram, and he appears to be very good at football, so that's not what we wanted to see. But other than that, this team is definitely solid. Who's our running back? Is it Tevin Coleman? That is interesting, but they have a pretty good offensive line and a pretty good receiving attack or passing attack, it appears. I don't know, guys. We'll see. If our offensive line can stop their defensive line, I feel like we should be able to win this game. Please, Madden. Please, Madden. Please, Madden. Well, we just got upset again for like the 14th straight video. Alright, here is one last look at this team before we finish this video. I definitely think this was a very solid team. Looking at the team, if I had to improve something, it'd be the left side of the offensive line and definitely tight end. But other than that, quarterback was amazing. Running back was obviously amazing. Receivers are very solid 1 through 4. I was very happy with our receiver play. Then on the defensive side of the ball, if I had to improve something, I would have got a number 1 middle linebacker sooner. LeBlanc was good, but I'd prefer him at the number 2 spot. And Reuben Foster's not bad at number 2 either, but he ended up playing a lot of number 1 for us. Safeties were very solid throughout. Outside linebackers, I should have got a power rusher, but other than that, I really liked what we had at Chase Young. Number 1 and number 2 corners were amazing. Defensive line was decent through the entire video, and our corner depth was not bad either. Honestly, this team should have at least made a Super Bowl, if not won one, but you know what? We always get screwed over, so what are you going to do about it? That being said, the next video, next rebuild will be the Carolina Panthers. I think that should be a fun one with McCaffrey, so hopefully we can win a Super Bowl in that one. Thank you guys for watching. I've received quite a bit of support over these last few videos, so I'm going to make sure to keep the rebuilds coming. If you're enjoying, please like and subscribe. You know, we're on the come up, hopefully, and I will catch you in the next video.